Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A quantity added, e.g. to make up for a deficiency. Add to the very end. A supplementary component that improves capability. Textual matter that is added onto a publication, usually at the end. Add as a supplement to what seems insufficient. Supplement your diet. Serve as a supplement to. Vitamins supplemented his meager diet. A quantity added, e.g. to make up for a deficiency. The act of supplementing. Add to the very end. Make an addition. Let's add on to this. Add to the very end. Attach to. Affix the seal here. A linguistic element added to a word to produce an inflected or derived form. Attach or become attached to a stem word. Grammatical morphemes affixed to the stem. State or say further. Add to the very end. He appended a glossary to his novel where he used an invented language. Fix to. Attach. Append a charm to the necklace. Clothing that is worn or carried, but not part of your main clothing. Aiding and abetting in a crime. He was charged with being accessory to the crime. A supplementary component that improves capability. Someone who helps another person commit a crime. Furnishing added support. A component that is added to something to improve it. A supplementary component that improves capability. A software module that extends or enhances the capabilities of an existing application. A supplementary component that improves capability. Equipment consisting of miscellaneous articles needed for a particular operation or sport, etc. Textual matter that is added onto a publication, usually at the end. A note appended to a letter after the signature. Textual matter that is added onto a publication, usually at the end. The amount by which something increases. They proposed an increase of 15% in the fare. The act of increasing something. He gave me an increase in salary. A quantity that is added. A process of becoming larger or longer or more numerous or more important. The increase in unemployment. A change resulting in an increase. The increase is scheduled for next month. Become bigger or greater in amount. The amount of work increased. Make bigger or more. The boss finally increased her salary. The amount by which something increases. A process of becoming larger or longer or more numerous or more important. Take temporary possession of as a security, by legal authority. Create social or emotional ties. Be attached. Be in contact with. Become attached. The spider's thread attached to the window sill. Cause to be attached. An artifact that is one of the individual parts of which a composite entity is made up, especially a part that can be separated from or attached to a system. A component or constituent element of a system. Any of the more than 100 known substances, of which 92 occur naturally, that cannot be separated into simpler substances and that singly or in combination constitute all matter. An abstract part of something. The grammatical elements of a sentence. A straight line that generates a cylinder or cone. One of four substances thought in ancient and medieval cosmology to constitute the physical universe. The alchemists believed that there were four elements. The most favorable environment for a plant or animal. Water is the element of fishes. The situation in which you are happiest and most effective. In your element. An artifact that is one of the individual parts of which a composite entity is made up, especially a part that can be separated from or attached to a system. Spare components for cars. An abstract part of something. Jealousy was a component of his character. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. The smaller component is hard to reach. An artifact that is one of the individual parts of which a composite entity is made up, especially a part that can be separated from or attached to a system. A component or constituent element of a system. An abstract part of something. Two constituents of a musical composition are melody and harmony. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. The animal constituent of plankton. Constitutional in the structure of something, especially your physical makeup. Grammar. A word or phrase or clause forming part of a larger grammatical construction. A member of a constituency. A citizen who is represented in a government by officials for whom he or she votes. Needs continued support by constituents to be re-elected. A vaguely specified concern. Several matters to attend to. Have weight. Have import, carry weight. It does not matter much. Some situation or event that is thought about. It is a matter for the police. A problem. Is anything the matter? That which has mass and occupies space. Physicists study both the nature of matter and the forces which govern it. Used with negation, having consequence. They were friends and it was no matter who won the games. Written works, especially in books or magazines. He always took some reading matter with him on the plane. Determine the sum of. Bestow a quality on. The music added a lot to the play. State or say further. A condition, mostly in boys, characterized by behavioral and learning disorders. Make an addition by combining numbers. Constitute an addition. This paper will add to her reputation. Make an addition, to, join or combine or unite with others. Increase the quality, quantity, size or scope of. We added 2 students to that dorm room. Form or compose. These constitute my entire belonging. Create and charge with a task or function. Set up or lay the groundwork for. To compose or represent. Be priced at. Represent, as of a character on stage. Form or compose. These constitute my entire belonging. Be identical or equivalent to. Have life, be alive. A light, strong, brittle gray toxic bivalent metallic element. Have an existence, be extant. Work in a specific place, with a specific subject, or in a specific function. Have the quality of being. Copula, used with an adjective or a predicate noun. Occupy a certain position or area. Be somewhere. What is behind this behavior? Spend or use time. I may be an hour. To remain unmolested, undisturbed, or uninterrupted, used only in infinitive form. Let her be. Form or compose. These few men comprise his entire army. Be composed of. The land he conquered comprised several provinces. Include or contain. Have as a component. A totally new idea is comprised in this paper. Perform, a play, especially on a stage. Form or compose. This sum represents my entire income for a year. Express indirectly by an image, form, or model. Be a symbol. Take the place of or be parallel or equivalent to. Be characteristic of. To establish a mapping, of mathematical elements or sets. Be the defense counsel for someone in a trial. Ms. Smith will represent the defendant. Bring forward and present to the mind. We cannot represent this knowledge to our formal reason. Create an image or likeness of. The painter represented his wife as a young girl. Play a role or part. Be a delegate or spokesperson for. Represent somebody's interest or be a proxy or substitute for, as of politicians and office holders representing their constituents, or of a tenant representing other tenants in a housing dispute. I represent the silent majority. Be representative or typical for. This period is represented by Beethoven. Describe or present, usually with respect to a particular quality. He represented this book as an example of the Russian 19th-century novel. Point out or draw attention to in protest or remonstrance. Our parents represented to us the need for more caution. Serve as a means of expressing something. The flower represents a young girl. Put in order or neaten. Make up a room. Form or compose. Come to terms. Make up work that was missed due to absence at a later point. I have to make up a French exam. Adjust for. Concoct something artificial or untrue. Do or give something to somebody in return. Apply makeup or cosmetics to one's face to appear prettier. Devise or compose. An addition that extends a main building. Attach to. Take territory, as if by conquest. Hitler annexed Lithuania. Food that is a component of a mixture in cooking. The recipe lists all the fixings for a salad. The accessories that normally accompany something or some activity. An elaborate formal dinner with all the fixings. An accessory for a computer. An accessory for an automobile. The accessories that normally accompany something or some activity. He bought a Christmas tree and trimmings to decorate it. In harmony with the spirit of particular persons or occasion. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. Putting clothes on to see whether they fit. being precisely fitting and right. Making or becoming suitable, adjusting to circumstances. Usually in the plural, furnishings and equipment, especially for a ship or hotel. A small and often standardized accessory to a larger system. A Gestalt principle of organization holding that there is an innate tendency to perceive a line as continuing its established direction. The act of continuing an activity without interruption. A part added to a book or play that continues and extends it. The consequence of being lengthened in duration. A vestigial process that extends from the lower end of the cecum and that resembles a small pouch. Supplementary material that is collected and appended at the back of a book.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.